Generally, sales and marketing people make a lot of difference to the company. So they are treated with due respect and due importance. And their word is taken somewhat seriously by most of the companies. Because what happens is that there is a product with a manufactured price, manufacturing price, and there is a sales price. And the difference between the two, the cost price and sales price, determine the margin for the company or the profit margin, right? Now, it is the skill of sales and marketing person how much margin he can increase by creating perception about the product, by creating a brand image of the product, by having the right kind of campaign, etc. You can create a picture where your selling price is much more than your cost price, or sometimes you may have to give discount even below the cost price and sell at loss. So that is where the skill and importance of this sales and marketing function comes into picture. It makes lot of difference to the balance sheet of the organization. So in business, yes, nobody can ignore sales and marketing.
Can the sales and marketing function change the fortunes and image of a company?
Well, sales and marketing personnel do represent to the end customers the image of the company. So when a sales and marketing person talks to anybody, actually he's supposed to talk on behalf of the company. So he is the face of the company. So they have the responsibility of representing a good face of the company to anybody with whom they interact, be it customer or their own dealers or channel partners. Okay. Sales and marketing people are responsible for representing the image of the company in public. Yeah. So from their behavior pattern, from what they talk, from how they talk, from what they do to substantiate what they talk, uh, everything does matter to carve the image of the company in long run. But having said that, there is a flip side also, that sales and marketing people do not decide the quality of product. They do not decide the cost of the product also. To some extent, they can of course give discount if need be, if management agrees to that. But otherwise, they don't decide the specs of the product. They don't decide the attributes of the product. They don't decide the features of the product. They can give the feedback from market what customer wants, but then whether it is there in their product or not, that they can't control, right? So the problem is, when people talk to them, people assume that they are talking to the company and he is able to take decision. Now he is able to hear, but he is not able to take decision, and he may not give commitment, or even if he give commitment, it may not happen because things are not exactly in his control back home in the company. Because just imagine a sales and marketing person telling his higher management, सर हमारा प्रोडक्ट का क्वालिटी अच्छा नहीं है, इसको अच्छा बनाएंगे तो ये बिकेगा. What do you think the management will say? फिर आपको किस लिए हायर किया है? अच्छा रहेगा तो अपने आप बिक जाएगा. Why, what for we require sales and marketing? What are you being paid for then? So a sales and marketing man is in a very precarious position. He cannot tell the management to change the product much beyond giving some market feedback and perception survey. Yeah. But he cannot force the management to change either the cost or the quality or the attributes of the product. But he is supposed to show performance in sales with whatever is there. And with whatever is there, he has to convince the customer that this is the best thing possible. Though in heart of heart, he may know that this is not the best. He is himself not convinced. So that is the flip side.
Can sales and marketing and ethics go together?
Yes and no. When somebody is working with big organizations or government agencies or contracts, lot of wheeling dealing is required. So possibly lot of unethical things may be required to be done, okay, to make it happen. I mean, those are shortcuts, not just shortcuts. I mean, like if you offer somebody daru, for example, to buy your product, daru does not do selling. Daru only uses communication. So because you have offered him daru, he will listen to you, but he will not buy product from you if it is a bad product. Yeah. So to some extent, yes, some things are heard of, some things are seen to happen sometimes when these people do something which could be bordering on malpractices or unethical practices. But then in Hindi भ्रष्टाचार और शिष्टाचार में थोड़ा ही फर्क होता है. Okay. So if somebody gives a gift in Diwali, for example, a calendar on New Year, do you call it malpractice? Do you call it unethical practice? Somebody is sent, let us say, dry fruits on Diwali or a sweet box on Diwali. Is it a malpractice? Now, if somebody gives you, let us say, a Parker pen, it is still not a malpractice. Somebody can gift you a Parker pen. It's a customary gift. It's a friendship gesture. It is just a being nice. But you can give. But if somebody gives you a gold ring, that is a malpractice. Although yes, the price of gold ring and price of Parker pen may be similar, that doesn't matter. But then what item is being transacted is what matters. What makes it ethical or unethical? But yes, sales and marketing gurus usually treat ethics as a odd word for them. It is out of place of their business apparently, because so many things are required to be done to make things happen in larger organization. But of course, for smaller private organization or B2C, of course, there is no need for such things. For B2C, certainly it is not. For B2B, sometimes it could be there.
Why do people jostle to get into this function?
First of all, those who want to do MBA, and experience in sales and marketing goes well with the management qualification, because in MBA further you can develop on the marketing side, okay, and go on a plum posting with marketing. MBA plus experience in marketing. Another thing is that marketing is, people have a good pleasing personality. They can talk and talk endlessly, but they talk very well. They know how to talk the right things at the right time. They are very well networked. They know the people who matter. They are smart. They are suave. They are impressive with impressive personalities. And if they perform well, they get superlative rise also in the career. So they are this. They are seen to rise also. And another thing is that marketing is marketing is marketing. In any, you can be marketing any product. Doesn't make any difference. So marketing man can virtually work in any organization. It's very easy to switch jobs. Okay, one is not restricted to a particular segment, to a particular product category, etc. Only yes, urban and rural marketing is a little different, and technology products versus FMCG kind of products are different. But otherwise, I mean, each of them is a big arena by itself. So technology products also, I mean, is a big area. So, and there are a lot of companies where you can switch jobs very easily. Okay. So it is a coveted job because it goes with management qualification, because it is linked with faster career rise. and the person looks impressive, the person looks enviable. They travel a lot, they are jet setters, they get lot of allowances, including entertainment allowance sometimes to entertain people, take them to hotels and give them treat, etc. And so yes, they look impressive, they dress nicely, often they in the formals when they visit clients. So they cast in general a very good impression on people.
What are the subdivisions within this area?
Actually, until people enter this field, they often do not know what are the different job profiles within sales and marketing. Of course, sales and marketing are two different things. Sales is one function which is involved in physical sales, that is handling with dealership and distribution channels. Okay. Or in case of B2C, directly approaching the end customer and selling. Okay. So sales involve selling and delivery of the product, whereas marketing involves more of things like advertising and promoting sales. And then there is pre-market sales, pre-sales activity or market development activity. Market development is even before marketing. How do you cultivate a new market, for example? For a niche product, how do you cultivate the market? How do you do customization of your offering, for example? So in case of consultants, for example, or software people or industry 4 people or people who are selling these customized products, it is important to talk to the customers and find out their specific problems and then customize your offering to suit their product. So lot of pre-sales activity also happens before you actually come to marketing and actual selling. Okay. So these are generally the 3-4 different areas which are there in sales and marketing.
Okay.
Marketing is more to do with strategy of how do you brand the product, etc. How do you advertise? How do you make it look different, better than others?
How can they deal with the customer demands?
Now that is tricky because these people have to travel a lot and they have to meet people. They can't avoid meeting people. And whenever they meet somebody who has been a customer, now that customer starts crying his dissatisfaction to him with whatever has been sold to him earlier. So he starts narrating Hajar problems, what he has faced. Now this fellow, what can he do? He is the face of the company. He cannot say you don't tell me all this. But at the same time, he is physically unable to do anything himself. Accepting, communicating the information to management that yes, such and such product, such and such person is unhappy because of such and such feature or experience or whatever. Now, whether the company, whether the management will take cognizance of this, whether or not they will take action fast enough to satisfy that individual customer, or they may simply sleep over it or ignore it or throw it in some never ending loop where it will go in circles. Now, this fellow will have occasion to meet that person again. This person would have promised him some solution, let us say within a month. And after 3 months, this person meets that customer and customer cries again. He says, "Ab 3 महीना हो गया, आपने 1 महीना बोला था, nothing has happened." Now, what does this man do? So, often they are prone to be branded as liars by customer. That this fellow is worthless. वो ऐसे ही बात करके जाता है कुछ भी अच्छा अच्छा. He is not able to deliver, or he is indifferent. He is not helping us willingly. So he gets a bad image with such dissatisfied people, interacting with such dissatisfied people. But the fact of the life is that that fellow is personally unable to actually do anything in that. And he is not able to say so. So he has to talk goody goody when he's talking. So he has to give some assurance, he has to give some timeline also at times, some commitment also, estimating that something would happen. But if nothing happens, there's nothing he can do about it. So that
Is the e-commerce boom eating into the pie?
e-commerce is usually for consumer products. E-commerce is not so much into technology products yet. Of course, one can buy a smartphone and something, but those are commodities. So while commodities can be bought by e-commerce, the customized solutions cannot be bought. You want to buy a special purpose machine which is customized according to your manufacturing process. No, such things you can't buy with e-commerce. So technology products, technology intensive products, products requiring customization, e-commerce cannot replace the sales and marketing. Maybe things like FMCG, yes, some distribution channels, it can disrupt. Okay, people buy now in a different mechanism, is okay. But then the role changes a little bit, that okay, instead of talking to your dealers, you now talk to Amazon and such likes and dump your products there. So the distribution channel changes a little bit, but the volume of the products to be transacted, to be delivered in time, to be coordinated, etc., all that remains same. After sales remain the same. So after sales is also a part of sales and marketing after all. So uh, after market is another field which is there for sales and marketing. It is another specialization, looking after market needs for spare parts and stuff like that.
How is the marketing of capital goods or projects different from commodity sales and marketing? Is it true that a good salesperson can sell anything and everything?
No, actually, what happens is, how do you measure the performance of sales and marketing person? Sales and marketing is happens to be a modular job, where area manager is area manager is area manager everywhere, and you can swap to area managers without any disastrous effect. It's like an army kind of organization. The captain is a captain is a captain, major is a major is a major. You can swap any two majors, it doesn't make any difference. Okay, sales and marketing organization is by far organized like that. So people can be exchanged very easily. Okay, and the way the performance is assessed is that there are some targets given. So whatever were the actual figures, there are some aspirational targets given. If you are failing to achieve it in 1 month, then the difference is added to your next month's target mercilessly. The thing is, if sales does not happen, it does not happen. What can sales and marketing do? Okay, if for some reason customers do not decide to buy it, they don't buy it. Simple. What can sales and marketing guy do beyond advertising, beyond giving discount, beyond canvassing, etc.? Not much can be done actually to physically make the sales happen. Yeah. So actually, they are quite helpless, and many times the so-called performance, it is incidental. When it comes, market booms, everybody is buying, market size increases, more products are sold, so your product also, the sales picks up. So many times you are in an enviable position and you ride on the crest, and you are automatically able to show your performance. But in difficult times, how do you make it sell? You can't change the product, you can't change its specs, you can't change its price. So how do you sell? So it becomes a kind of challenge, becomes like climbing on a glass wall. So it's very difficult to guarantee performance for anybody that way. And another thing is, a sales and marketing person in one posting in one organization, he performs exceptionally well. In other organization, the same person may be a miserable flop. So it's not like a good manager is a good manager everywhere. Okay. You happen to be good manager because factors have supported you, luckily, incidentally, somewhere, but that will not happen every time, everywhere. So yes, this is something which one has to take with in his stride. Once you are in this kind of career, this you have to accept. This kind of challenges will be there. This kind of perils will be there.